here with the latest updates on We Share Abundance, our SOAP program, the new ads plan, cash cow program, third-party programs particularly, and our investors club, and it's all good news. Okay, right, where are we going? We Share Abundance, and that is a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world. We accept people from all geographic locations, backgrounds, colours, creeds, classes, wealth, whatever superficial differences you want to put on things. Everybody here is welcome, and everybody's treated equally because everybody is unique and so has something unique to bring to our community. We should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance, publicly. However, it isn't very often that I see comments here from YouTube or Twitch, but it has been working a little bit better recently. But I can see we're getting Facebook comments in the Melon app, which we shouldn't get. But it is what it is. Okay. Let me get to our Facebook group. If I can find the right tab for Facebook. And when I get to Facebook, I'm going to look for our group, We Share Abundance, publicly. And when we get there, I'll be looking for the 25th of June, 2022. It's a Saturday. And I've got the group, scroll down, and it's looking good so far. And we have Russ Cowley at the top of the comments from Newcastle in the UK. And he's reminding me I'm getting older. And he's telling me I'm coming through loud and clear. And I can't see any more comments in there at this moment in time. I know Avazu have a Zoom webinar on. I left it, was still going on. I left it, I don't know, 20 minutes or so ago probably, and took Cody for a walk before my live here with you. So we've got Richard from Devon, which is just up the road from me in the UK, and Kevin Cowley from the northeast, Newcastle as well. Sam from Nigeria. And we've had very mixed weather here in Cornwall today. We'll give it a few minutes. I'll just talk about the weather. Yeah, we've had thunderstorms, we've had sunshine, we've had rain. I've been able to get out for a walk with Cody pretty well, really, but the last walk we went on, as I say, I thought we'd better take him out before I start my live, and I got to the door and it was raining. I thought, oh, I'll give it a minute or two, and I put his raincoat on and mine on, and then it stopped. I thought, oh, great, boom, out we went. I got about 20 yards down the road and it threw it down. So within 2 seconds we were soaked through, both of us. Anyway, we had a little walk and we got back and we dried him off, and there we go. We got Peter from Kettering as well that's got in now. But we may well have quite a number of our members on the Avazu Q&A session that they run on Saturdays. They do tend to go on for a few hours. So we'll give it a minute or two more. The good news is that the test match, although it was interrupted by rain, we did get play there at Headingley. England managed to get a first innings lead, despite the grim situation that they were in early on in their innings, and they have now taken 5 wickets 5 wickets, I think. Let me have a look. Oh, yeah. New Zealand are 168 for 5. Hopefully they're not going to give Mitchell any lives in this innings. He gets too many of them and he punishes you for that. So hopefully the fielding will be better and they won't get too many more runs. And we've got day 5 tomorrow, I think. Yeah, I think it's day 5, last day tomorrow. I can hear the rain started again. Okay. Anyway, England are in a strong position. It could still go either way, but England are in a strong position to get another test win, which would be good. Yeah, the rain's coming down heavy again now. It's not so bad when it's just rain. When you get hailstone mixed in with it as well, that's when it's really bad. We get a lot of that around here. We get the rain and hailstone and the wind, and it batters it into you. It's bad enough for me, but I feel sorry for Cody. You know, although it doesn't seem to worry him so much. Okay. Kingsley from Manchester as well. Don't think I mentioned him. I don't know whether you can hear it on the speaker, but the rain is really heavy. It's drumming down. I can hear it quite loudly in here. Okay, we've got 7 minutes on the clock. We're going to get started in just a second now. We've got Buzina just popped in from Edinburgh in Scotland. And I think it's time we got started with a short prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that each member's heart may be filled with unconditional love, and through that love may find the joy of service. And through service, Lord, bless each member that they attract into their life true happiness and everything they need in life. Amen. And an affirmation I've been doing because, as I said, we are the United States of the world. We love people to join us, and we treat everybody with equal respect. So we have a little affirmation to help us do that, and that is, we're happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, that we may be freed from divisive inharmonies and become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. I don't have an awful lot of information to give you today. A lot of my day was taken up with bringing the Investors Club up to date, and it still isn't up to date, but the important ones were the ones that needed to be paid out today. There's about 50 odd of those from a group in TRX International, which is going well now. Where are we? Let me there was a 5,000 Tron deposit is what people put in, and 283 got 4,000 Tron back. People now from the first batch have already got 4,000 Tron back, and we should get that extra 1,000 Tron back within the next week, and then start making money, and that's when it gets good. And that's a good way to approach these third-party programs that we have. It mitigates the risk. There is always a risk. We never know how long a program is going to last, no matter how good it looks or no matter how dodgy it looks. We've known dodgy programs that have lasted for 3 or 4 years. And we've known programs that look really solid that might have gone within the first 30 or 40 days, you know. There is no way of telling, and that's why it's constantly our desire to get more in-house programs, because there we have control over them. If things aren't going well, we'd let you know, but we'll modify them. We won't just disappear with people's money or anything like that. We will be here, and we will correct anything that isn't working until we get it working, and helping people, which is our main goal. But multiple income streams are good, and some of them look really solid. We've got funds, FUNDSZ, which is a really good program. You can get involved in that for $110. Well, you can get involved in it for $10, but most people want to get involved in it for the staking, and staking is a minimum of $100, and you've got to have a membership, and the minimum membership is $10. But at $110, you're not really going to get anywhere. You really need about 310, or if you go for the higher membership because you're going to refer people, you need about 530 to get going with. If you've not got it, it just takes you longer to get up there. But once you're at that sort of level, then you'll be able to compound a lot better and move much faster. Compounding, of course, where all these plans start to benefit you. Bonanza is another one, but that's $500 minimum to get involved in that, which is why we have our investors club, so people can get involved for as little as $12. Of course, with $12, it's going to take a while to see any real increase in your capital. But it's better than not having any increase because you can't afford $500. There's also people that could maybe afford $500, but they're not sure about the program, want to test it for a while, and while they're testing it, they can get involved for $12 or $25 or $100. You know, so that's the benefit of the Investors Club. And the Investors Club, as I say, with that TRX International, we got 53, I think it is, people that are involved in that. That put in 5,000 Tron each, so we could get to the level of 4% a day. So the 25 days for the people that got involved right at the beginning with crypto will be up next week, and 25 days at 4% is 100%. You don't need to be brilliant at maths for that, and that means you've got your money back. And then from that point on, it's all profit. And as we compound it, the profits will increase and increase. And eventually we'll pay those people out. Well, we're paying them out along the way. But once they've received, what do we set it at? I think it's 500,000 Tron. That's right, it is 500,000 Tron. Once they've received 500,000 Tron, then they're on their own, because they can get that in. They can be earning $2,000 a day with that through Tron program. And of course, if the program folds, okay, the income's gone, but they've not really lost anything, because once we get through the next 5 days, we're playing with their money. Your stake money is back in your pocket, and you can use it maybe in funds or Bonanza. And then we play with the higher risk, and it's got to be higher risk when they're paying out that sort of yield. So higher yield comes with a higher risk. There's lots of people asking me to get involved in lots of different programs at the moment, and I feel we've got enough on at the moment in the Investors Club. But I will be adding Mike Glaspie's program on the 11th of July when he launches that. It is a trading thing, but your funds are in a broker's account where you can pull them out if you want to. Obviously, we will want people to sort of come in and commit to a certain period of time until we've managed to get enough funds to be in there, even if we're paying people out. And then there is it's around about $100 fee for the trading for you. And although I'm not sure whether I'm pretty sure that there won't be any official figures of what has been happening or projections on the website, because they're not really allowed, let's put it that way. And operating from the United States, they've got to be very careful that they're in line with the SEC and various other bodies. But I know from Mike that in the 8 months they've been testing it, it took them about 2 years to build this. I mean, they've had it up and down and testing and scrapped it and started again. It's been ongoing for about 2 years. But they got to a point where they think that they've had it right, and they've been running it for about 8 months. And they've been averaging a little over 1% a day, which even without compounding is excellent return, isn't it? 30% a month, or a little bit over. And with compounding, if you start compounding that, it's really, really, really good return. And of course, there are no guarantees. There is always a risk that they're going to lose some money, but their testing has proved very good. So we will be putting that in, and once again, by sharing the load, by pooling our funds, we'll be able to get in a decent amount, minimize the risks and maximize the benefits. So we will be putting that in on the 11th of July. We are already taking payments in. We've got 1 or 2 people, maybe more than that, that have already decided they want to get involved in that. And you can do. I would love to have sufficient funds to really just get going on the 11th of July. So if you're interested in it, go to the wsa.money site, and it's not actually up on the site, but if you go to the payments page, then you can make a payment, and on the form that you complete, it is available on that form to say, yeah, this is what my money is intended for. Okay, the other thing we have, I've been talking about third-party plans, is there is a gaming system. It looks very simple. You pick something that you're interested in. For example, for Russ Cowley, he would probably love to get involved in something with Sunderland Football Club, and and so you can pick Sunderland Football Club, and it'll ask you questions about that club, and the quicker you answer the questions and get them right, the more points you get, and you win, and you can win some very big prizes. I believe up to $1 million in some games, and you, like I say, you pick your category. You might be good on Shakespeare. They might have something in there on Shakespeare, or celebrities, or whatever. But they are launching it before the Football World Cup, which is later this year, October, I think, maybe November. And And I think it will bring a lot of interest because people will be looking at national teams in there, and there'll be a lot of interest in the World Cup. And you've got a chance now to get involved. You don't have to play the games, although a lot of you may want to. As I say, Russ Cowley will be in there supporting Sunderland, I know. And but you can get involved, and I don't really understand it all. The videos explaining it all are about an hour long, and I don't have an hour. And I've tried to skim through them, and you can't do it because it's a little bit complicated. But you guys, you can sign up. It's now in the back office thing, what they call it, the multiple income streams there. And I did put some information up on my blog about it as well. And I will be adding a couple of videos there that I've found on YouTube as well about it. But I've not found anything that explains how you make money with it very well so far in a short time. But I do know one thing. I was talking to a guy, probably it was before we moved here. We've been here 3 years, probably about 5 or 6 years ago. I was at a seminar in London. I was invited to for online marketing, you know, and there was a guy there I was talking to who had come across online before, but I'd never actually met previously. And I was talking to him and his wife, and they worked together, and they had developed a game. I can't remember the game. In fact, I'm not sure I ever knew what the game was, but basically they had this game, and it was operating in India, which has a massive population, as you're probably aware. And they were making $1.5 million a month from this game that people were playing in India. So I realized 5, 6, 7 years maybe ago that online games were a significant source of income. I don't know how much things like Angry Birds and Candy Club or whatever it's called make, but there is a lot of money in online games. And I think this one, with the simplicity of it and the fact that it addresses your hobby or interest, whatever it may be, and you can play that and still compete with somebody else whose hobby or interest may be totally different, then and win large sums of money. I think it's going to be very, very popular. Probably not something that I'd want to play, but it's getting closer to something that I'd want to play if I had the time. So there is a message in your back office. You can join through the multiple income streams in the dashboard. There is a link on my blog. If you join through that link, you'll be under the We Share Abundance umbrella. It's in my name, but anything that we make from it, whether it's $1 or $100, $1,000, $1 million, goes into We Share Abundance. But take a look at it, and if you've got more time than I have, look at some of the videos and see what the income potential is. It's a bit confusing for me as well, because they talk about tokens and NFTs and things, and it's all tied up in there, and I've not spent the time to understand how they all fit together. But it looks, on the face of it, to be a very promising income situation. I don't know whether you can make a lot of money at it free. There are different levels you can buy in at, and I don't really understand those. But the lowest cost one is $10, which is what I was able to afford. So I went in for $10. I don't know what that gets me even, but at least I'm in there and sort of locked in. I hope some of you will understand it better than I do, but I'm pretty convinced from what I've seen of it that it will be a good money spinner. It might take a year to take off. It might take off a lot faster. Okay, what else have we got? We've got our third-party program. I finished the checking on that. I've not finished writing it all up yet, but I have run all the analysis and projections, and it's all coming out good. I think it will beat any of the programs that are out there for people making money, even if they don't recruit. I think it'll do that, and I think that it's important that it does what it says it will do. Obviously, people that do recruit are going to make more money and make it faster. It's not got massive hype behind it, $1 million once you complete all 10 or 20 levels or whatever these programs tell you. But I think we will have people that can make a few $1,000s a month regularly and easily. And then we'll have some people that can do that on a weekly basis. But we'll have a lot of people that can get to a few $1,000s a month, even as a passive member. Okay. So I did finish running all the projections on that, and it is looking good. Once I've put the final touches on the wording for it, the explanation, the written explanation, I'll be going through it totally with Devyani, because that may need some tweaks. We won't change the way it works in terms of what I want it to do. But until I talk with Devyani, there may be better ways of programming it than I envisage. Okay, so there'll be lengthy discussions on Monday with Devyani about this, and we'll be going through it, and because she'll be looking at it from a programmer's aspect, and I'm looking at it from the angle of what's in it for me from other people. What can it do for people, and can we represent it honestly and provide an honest platform for anybody to get involved in. So that's it. I've got some numbers for you. Once again, not much, because coin ranking still isn't showing anything. Multiply Weezer is pretty much dormant. There is no change in our net registrations. That doesn't mean that we haven't registered anybody. It just means that the people we've kicked out and the people that have come in have balanced out. So it's no change since yesterday. We have an extra 62 people that have become active members. We now have 6,118 active members. Multiply Weezer, no change in that, apart from we've got an extra $1 in the bonus plan from the revenue share. We get that just by logging in. Coin ranking, the only thing it's showing is the coin ranking. It's not showing any numbers other than that. And it's saying that We Share Abundance climbed 6 places to 928, and Weezer climbed 1 place to 2,240. When I talk about active members, there's only, to make money with We Share Abundance, all you will ever need to do is log in on a daily basis, read any messages in your inbox and give away all the coupons that you are allocated. And if you do that consistently, whether you're allocated 2 coupons or 50 coupons or whatever it may be, if you do that consistently, you will make money and you will build residual income. And that's all you have to do, those 3 things, okay? If you want to fully automate everything with a guaranteed return on your investment, if you like, we have a cash cow program, which is taking me a lot longer to get underway than I intended. We are actually promoting it, but we're still on those bulk leads. I'm struggling with Click Magic at the moment, and I've not had time to spend on it today. So tomorrow I will get back onto that and I'll see if I can finally sort it out. We've got leads booked and paid for, target traffic, you know, but and they're just waiting there. They said, you know, have you got it done yet? Are you ready for me to send yet? And I have to say no, because without the feedback that we get from tracking, effectively we're wasting our money, even if it runs at a profit, because we don't know what parts we can improve and how we can improve them. And Dave was talking about this on his live today with Avazu. He was saying that he's going to help people optimize their landing pages and make sales, because he puts heat maps on there so he can see where people, you know, they track where the mouse goes on a page, because people tend to, oh, I'm reading that, and they put the mouse up their way, you know, on a mission to banish poverty. Okay, I'll look over here now. So it tracks where the mouse goes, so they know what people are doing, and it shows whether they're getting beyond the fold, whether they're stopping at a certain page or whatever. And that's what we need. And that is what isn't working properly, even though I thought I'd got it cracked. It's not, and I'm hoping I'll get that sorted out tomorrow. We've got Ramachandra in from India as well. I didn't mention before. We've got Peter from Nigeria. We've got Andrew from New Zealand. Russ Cowley is laughing. Okay. We got Kingsley laughing as well. Don't know what Kingsley's laughing about. I've got a sneaking feeling I know what Russ Cowley's laughing about. He probably is not a Sunderland supporter. Okay. Right. That pretty much is all I've got for you. Have we covered things? I think so. I think we've covered everything that I've got. The people that are in the Investors Club, I've neglected a little bit, the site, the updates, but the programs that we're in, Metify Yielders, we still don't know what's happening. The site is still up and it's still allocating funds into our wallet, but we can't withdraw them. And there's no communication from the management. So we don't know what's going on with it in any case. So there's nothing really to report or that we can do with it. Funds is working well, and so is Bonanza. And we've got people in those programs, but they are like 10 to 15% a month programs. There's nothing much. You've got to sit back and be patient with them. And that's it. The Mike Glassby program will go faster, you know, because we're looking at around about 30% a month without compounding. Wonder if I can find a compound interest calculator just to Compound interest calculator. There we go. Let's if we have, I would want to put in more than $1,000, but I'm just going to put in 1,000. Shall I do a screen share on this? Where are we? I need to put this in a different browser if we're going to do a screen share. Hang on, we'll do a screen share. We'll just have a look at what the potential is for that program. Because I've not really looked at it, but I just know that 1% a day compounding it's going to be powerful. So let's go to Melon app now. Share, screen, window, compound interest calculator, share. Show on stream. Get back to Facebook and see that that is showing up. Hopefully that'll come up. Hey, we got Suchitra in. Also letting me know I'm getting older. Thank you for reminding me that I'm aging. Okay. This is compound interest calculator. Let me get to it, and I'll put in just $1,000, but I'm hoping we can get anywhere between 2 and 10,000 in there, which would make it a lot better, obviously. And we put in 1%. I know he's been doing a little bit over 1%, and we'll put that in daily. And we put it in for, let's just put it in for 3 months, eh? And see what that comes up to. Wonder why we got initial balance $9.99. We put in 1,000, didn't we? Was it? Okay. Anyway, it's 1,000 now. So we're looking at that. The compound interval is daily. And no more deposits. Monthly. Calculate. Okay. So like over, what do we put it in for? 3 months, I think. Yeah, 3 months. Initial balance 1,000. Future investment value 2,500. So we more than double our money in a 3 month period. With compounding. It's a powerful concept. If we were to look at it for a year instead of 3 months, it would be a lot more. Calculate. You know, starting with 1,000, at the end of a year, we've got $37,000. Compounding over 3 months was just $2,500. But you see how that builds and builds and builds. So we need to be looking at it as a 12-month project, really. But I know a lot of you don't have $1,000, and that is why we'll put it into the Investors Club. But we'll try and get it up to 10,000, and then we'll pay everybody out at the end of a year or something like that. If you're desperate for your cash in between, we'll find a way of getting it for you. But ideally, we want people that are going to say, okay, let's get involved in it. July the 11th, 2022, and July the 11th, 2023, I'm going to have a lot more money. Okay. 1,000 isn't a good way, although that is the minimum investment. 1,000 isn't a good place to start because there is a $100 per month fee, and that would knock these figures haywire. Withdrawals, 100 monthly, down to 27,000, you see. But it's negligible. If we can get up to 10,000, it wouldn't affect it very much because it's a much smaller percentage of the investment that we're putting in. So there you are. It's going to be an exciting program, I think, for us. And I've not sent any messages out about it yet. So if you've not been on the live, you don't know about it. But it is available to fund from wsa.money. And there's nothing on the site about it, but if you do get to the payment page, put in whether it's $12 or whatever above that you want, it's $12.55 or any multiple of that. Come July the 11th, we'll be set to go. Okay. And we've got a few more people jumping on the bandwagon saying you're getting old. Okay. So that's it from me for today. Thank you all for your kind wishes. Let's open the curtains. The sun is out again now instead of the rain. It was thundering and didn't see any lightning, but it was thundering and hailstone and throwing it down with rain earlier on. But now it looks quite pleasant, actually. Okay, well, that's it from me for today. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll let you know where we're up to. I will make an effort to get 2 things done by tomorrow. The cash cow situation sorted out on the tracking, and what's the other thing? Oh yeah, and the Investors Club update on the website there. Okay, so if you've got a pending membership for the Facebook group there, forgive me, I'll get that brought up to date tomorrow, and various other things. Okay, we got a comment in. I've seen a comment. Just a minute, let me just check if there's any more here then before I go see if there's any questions. I didn't think we were going to get any because it's showing Facebook, and usually we don't get both. We've got Yogun, hope you're doing well. Yes, always doing well. Great, thanks. My wife is coming to say hi too. Okay. This is Mindfully Chaotic. Hey there, my husband Yogun told me to drop by. Okay, lovely to see you both. Anybody else? We've got Luis from Portugal. Nice to see. And we've got Frederick from Ghana. Oh, we got a few people in from, I think they're from YouTube. How about On Passive goes? Oh, I don't know about On Passive. They have stopped founder membership now. How long is it going to take them to launch? I don't know. I am optimistic that they will launch this year. But I don't think it's going to be imminent. I think it's going to take them a minimum of 3 months. I'm optimistic that they'll get launched before Christmas, but who knows? Luis Montero, how is funds doing at the Investor Club? It's doing okay. It's producing around about 3% per week, and we are compounding it. Alpha Node localhost. When can we withdraw from WeSet again? From We Share Abundance, I presume you mean. You can withdraw today from your available cash wallet, and it's automated. Alpha Node localhost says, why not look at 10 years? I suppose that was for the compounding. because not many people will want to not pull any money out in 10 years, for one thing. Nobody's guaranteed 10 minutes, let alone 10 years. You go around a graveyard, you'll see kids that have died at a few weeks, all the way up to people that have lived to over 100 years. Nothing's guaranteed. So I think a year is a realistic sort of thing for us to look at, to say, okay, we can make this in a year. We can pay that out. You can put in back in whatever you want, or you can withdraw as much as you want in a year's time. So, for example, if you put in $1,000, let's say you put in $1,000, and at the end of a year, your balance was $37,000. You could say, okay, let me have 30 grand out and I'll keep 7,000 in. And then that 7,000 would go on, and we could go on compounding it. Okay. That's it from me. So it's all waiting for tomorrow. Same time, same place. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook group, we share abundance publicly. 7 o'clock it'll be Sunday the 26th of June. And yeah, I'll be another day older. Okay. God bless you all. Until then, this lovely day has flown away. The time has come to part. Auf